While you're on Twitter, remember to send out your shoutouts to GE at twitter.com/thejournallive. That's twitter.com/thejournallive. You wouldn't want to miss out a chance on fame. So Toronto is a great multicultural city and has so much to offer with neighborhoods that reflect the dynamics and diversity of the world. Producer Keisha Smith took a trip around Toronto and was able to visit 3 different countries right here in our city. Let's see where she ended up.
It's nice to go to different areas of Toronto and try the flavors, the spices, learn about the culture.
Little India in Toronto is very unique.
The Danforth offers a great selection for family. You can basically make a whole afternoon of it.
Summer is quickly approaching, and wouldn't it be nice to hop on a jet plane and travel to any destination your heart desires? Unfortunately, we can't all have this luxury, which makes living in Toronto so special. Toronto is full of culture. It's practically on your doorstep. We have streets that are dedicated to different cultures. Follow me while I travel the world on a Metro Pass. I went to Spadina Station and hopped on the 510 streetcar, which took me right into the middle of Chinatown.
Chinatown in Toronto gives you a flavor of the variety, different foods, the culture.
The average person has to offer, let's say, food. They're reasonably priced. You have different variety of food, and also grocery shopping.
These are all the tropical fruits that you can find in Chinatown, and it's really close trip on the streetcar. You've got your coconuts here and papayas, mangoes, fruits like apples, anything you want to try, just come on down here.
These are soursop. They're sweet. Inside it's white, and there's like seeds inside.
I think there's a good representation. I mean, I've never been to China, Asia. From what I see on TV, it's pretty similar, but I find it's probably more, or it would be more congested in China. I see a lot of people riding bikes and people pushing each other. It's pretty similar here.
It was time to leave Chinatown and head over to Little India, which took no time at all.
If you come to Gerrard Street in Toronto, you get everything what you can shop in India or in Sri Lanka or in Bangladesh, because all these stores cater to the needs of entire South Asian community in Toronto.
I headed over to a local sari shop and asked one of the workers what they thought of Little India.
Nice clothes to see, so many restaurants, South Indian restaurants, North Indian restaurants, Muslim restaurants, and many things to eat.
We celebrate Eid, is a Muslim festival. We also celebrate Diwali, is a Hindu festival. We also celebrate Baisakhi, is a Sikh festival.
All you need is a top like this one, which they make according to your size. You get it. Some sarees, they come with the ready-made blouses, but still you have to adjust because we are all different in sizes, And then you need underskirts, and then you need a sari. 3 things.
Little India was a lot of fun, but it was time to hit the Danforth. Chester Station is located in the heart of Great Town, so it makes for a great starting point.
The Danforth can offer a lot to the average person. It can offer a lot of good restaurants, which means you can go with your friends or family, enjoy yourself, try the cuisine, try the food, try the whole new experience, the music, the dancing. There's also a lot of Greek shops here with some European-style clothing focused on the Mediterranean and Greece. There's a lot of places where they got little monuments of Alexander and all these other statues which show a great relevance of history. Well, more or less with Danforth, as in comparison to Greece, I find the community and people give more of a rub-off than it would be as in the actual streets itself. I feel that people bring their own culture and family from Greece and they bring it here, such as, for example, the old men having coffee, sitting around all day with their cigarettes and coffee talking. That's usually what happens in the afternoon. we're on Danforth here, eating a nice restaurant called Kalivia, and we ordered a nice traditional dinner, which would include some rice, potatoes, and chicken souvlaki with some tzatziki, which is very refreshing with the meat. Kalivia is a town in Greece, and one of the owners is from here, and that's how we got the name. And traditional Greek dinner.
There you have it. 1 city, 3 countries. Who said you need a plane to be a world traveler? Just hop onto Toronto's TTC and it can take you around the world. But remember, don't forget your Metro Pass.
There's a lot to do in Toronto. Sometimes we don't realize how lucky we are to live in so many different cultures right around us. And it's even nicer that all of these areas in Toronto are accessible by the public transit. Another great thing to try in Toronto is the nightlife, if you are of age, of course. Colin Artinian checked out the Tape Deck Bros. This dubstep group has been lighting up the night with their sound. Let's take a look.
When the dead come to life, they will dance.
Two different people won't exactly have the same tastes and everything, and we both come with sort of different skill sets. I sort of focused more on like production and learning like, you know, sound engineering and stuff like that, whereas Chris was the first person to learn sort of how to spin live and DJ and stuff. So he took that part and I took the production side, but now we've kind of fused the two together. Music is probably the only career I think either of us could imagine doing. Obviously with gimmicks and stuff like the box heads and shit we have, we're obviously into getting a crowd pumped up. I mean, the Faces idea originally came from what was supposed to have looked like a cassette tape, and then it just kind of got morphed into like a robot face.
If you're not going to a show to see us and you happen to see a set by us, it's a little visual cue, something that'll stick in your mind the next day. We tend to do like a tag team kind of thing, and I'll go for like a half hour and he'll go for a half hour, or shorter intervals. But like, there's definitely been times where Ash has come up and like, oh, you should definitely play this song next. And I'll go and I'll listen to it and I'll be like, yeah, definitely, good choice.
Because you're matching, you're matching keys and not just beats per minute and like, you know, feelings for songs. Sometimes you'll just like suddenly get an idea and we'll just be like, yo, drop this. And the touring we have done has been really fun, and we're looking forward to a lot more in the summer. So I mean, like, we're just taking everything as it comes. We didn't expect to get to the point where we are so quickly, so every step that we take is like new, and 90% of the time we have no idea what's going to happen until right before it does. So I know, end result, I would love to be successful as a musician, and the entire journey so far has been so cool that at any point I would be satisfied.
Every Wednesday we do a radio show, and it's scheduled 8 till 11.
8 till 11 technically.